Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam. Welcome all the devotees to today's morning's japa session and short Srimad Bhagavatam class. So today we will be going through the verse of first canto, 13th chapter, 58th verse. So now with a short kirtan, we'll start the class. जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदनन्दना व्रज जनरञ्जना यशोदनन्दना व्रज जनरञ्जना यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना तीरावनचारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे जय प्रभुपादा प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल जय जगत गुरु श्री प्रभुपाद की जय. So we'll start the class. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki. So we'll read the verse. Text 58. दह्यमाग्निग्निभिर्देहे पत्युः पत्नी सहोटजे बहिः स्थिता पतिं साध्वी तम् अग्निम् अनुवेक्ष्यति दह्यमानेऽग्निभिर्देहे पत्युः पत्नी सहोटजे बहिः स्थिता पतिं साध्वी तम् अग्निम् अनुवीक्ष्यति. Translation is like this. So while outside observing her husband, who will burn in the fire of mystic power along with his thatched cottage, his chaste wife will enter the fire with rapt attention. So its translation and purport will read. Gandhari was an ideal chaste woman, lady, a life companion of her husband, and therefore, when she saw her husband burning in the fire of mystic yoga along with his cottage of leaves, she despaired. She left home after losing her 100 sons, and in the forest she saw that her most beloved husband was also burning. Now she actually felt alone, and therefore she entered the fire of her husband and followed her husband to death. This entering of chaste lady into the fire of her dead husband is called as the sati rite, and the action is considered to be most perfect for a woman. In a later age, this sati rite became an obnoxious criminal affair because the ceremony was forced upon even an unwilling woman. In this fallen age, it is not possible for any lady to follow the sati rite as chastely as it was done by Gandhari and others in the past ages. A chaste wife like Gandhari would feel the separation of her husband to be burning in actual fire more burning than actual fire. Such a lady can observe the sati rite voluntarily, and there is no criminal force on anyone. When the rite became a formality only and force was applied upon the lady to follow the principle, actually it became criminal, and therefore the ceremony was to be stopped by the state law. This prophecy of Narada Muni to Maharaj Yudhishthira forbade him to go to his widowed aunt. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jagat Guru Shila Prabhupada ki jai, Patipan Guru Maharaj ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna. So I request all the Vaishnavas to kindly bless me so that I can talk as per the Guru Parampara, as per what Srila Prabhupada wants to say. Hare Krishna. Yes, so here we see that the sati rite, which is being done by Gandhari. It is starting with Narad Muni is telling about what will happen next to Yudhishthir Maharaj, because Yudhishthir Maharaj wanted to go and bring back his uncle and aunt back home. But he's saying about what is going to happen in the future, so you should not disturb in the course of time. So here we see that while observing outside her husband who will burn in the fire of mystic yoga. So here Dhritarashtra is now had attained some amount of perfection, and hence he is able to leave his body by mystic yoga process. And yogis, they can actually leave their body and whenever they want and however they want. They themselves can burn their body in the fire of that yoga. So no cremation is also required like that. So hence here Dhritarashtra was now burning in the fire of his mystic yoga, and a chaste wife like Gandhari, we know how Gandhari is very chaste. From the beginning of her life, from when she got married to Dhritarashtra, she was ready to sacrifice everything of her life, right? So she sacrificed her eyes for the sake of Dhritarashtra. So that chaste wife wants to be in a lower position than her husband. So like that. Here also, we see Gandhari is ready to go into the fire. She is actually watching very keenly her the burning of her husband, and she is ready to go into the fire. Why? Why? Because she is feeling that being away from her husband is more burning than the fire's burning. So that is how a perfect chaste wife, feels. She's unable to bear that loss. We see that even when her sons died, her 100 sons died, then also she did not feel much alone because Dhritarashtra was there. But here, now after losing Dhritarashtra also, now she goes into the fire. So this system is called as the Sati system, the Sati rite. We actually studied about the Sati rite during our maybe seventh or eighth standard in social studies. There, it was actually they were making some protests against this Sati rite. So yeah, that is good for the society, that protest. Why? Why? Because it had become a formality only. So the people started forcing upon all the women who were not even willing to accept the sati right to um, do this. So that is a criminal thing, because when in the Vedic times, when the woman entered the fire, it was not unwillingly. She was completely willing to enter the fire. And also, we cannot think it is a suicide, right? Because suicide is done because one is unable to, one is frustrated. When one is frustrated, at that time he gives up his life, because nobody, loves anything else more than one's own life. So it is only due to frustration. But here it was actually like an honor to the woman to enter the cremation of the husband, the fire of her husband. So this is not a suicide. This is not, you know, one forcing upon the other lady. So this was done by one's own willingness. Now in this Kali Yuga, it's impossible to see such kind of chastity in women. So hence, it's if we force upon that woman, that is a criminal thing. Hence, it is good to, that's why they abolished the sati right, even in the government, from government also. So, in this age, the chastity is not shown in this way. It is shown in trying to trying to cooperate together and work in Krishna consciousness. The home, it is to be centered around Krishna, and both husband and wife, they only try to please Krishna. That actually, whatever this sati right was there, it was mentioned in Karma Kanda. It is there to elevate both the husband and wife to higher status. That is in this material world itself. And gradually, when they come up, they'll understand about the devotional service and they start doing the devotional service. But due to our fallen age, Kali Yuga, but still we have an advantage that direct service to Krishna is given by our Guru Parampara and all the acharyas also. So, direct service to Krishna does not include this kind of austerities. It is there to support and try to cooperate in service of Krishna. So, yeah, this thing is there now. So, we cannot find that kind of sati system now. So, it is just to eradicate that misconception that sati system is very, very bad. That's what our all the protests who have done, they thought. But yeah, it has become bad, but it was not bad. It was an honor to the woman. But now, due to fallen age of Kali Yuga, it became like this. And also, we see that sometimes the husband might not be that good, right? In Vedic times, always the husbands were very good. They were doing according to what their guru said. But in this age, we might see many husbands who are actually in sinful activities. So, even in that case, if the wife is chaste, both of them would get elevated instead of going to hell. Here, actually, after one woman enters the fire, what happens is the husband, she'll follow the husband like forever, even in life, even in death. She'll follow the husband. Hence, even if he is sinful, also, if the wife is chaste, they'll go to heavenly planets and they'll enjoy there. Yeah, that is gradual process, but bhakti is topmost. So, yeah, and also we see that how should a relationship be between a husband and wife. Here we see that according to Vedic culture, it is just as the relationship between a guru and disciple. It's interesting to note that the husband and wife relationship is just like a guru and disciple's relationship. We see how serious, right, the guru and disciple relationship. So it is only based upon service, serving attitude, and following the instructions of a guru. Generally, women, they are under the care of some of the elders of the family, namely men. So when she is small, she is taken care by her father. When she grows up, she has her husband to take care of. And when she grows older, she might be having her grown up sons take care of her. It's because the nature of women is like that. Some women we may see, it is very small fraction of life who are, taking care their own responsibilities, but mostly the natural instinct of a woman is to be uh, guided by the elder men of the family. Like that, here also, when one is under the care of a husband, she must treat her husband as her guru. because the husband would be doing devotional service. He will be following the guru's instructions, and the one when the wife follows the husband's instructions, that is the perfectness of her life. So, you know, one may think, why should I follow my husband? That is what is going on actually in this age, right? Most of the girls, they think like, why should I follow his orders? No, no, I want to be independent. Yeah, that's actually lot of it is found in women ego, which is actually should not be there. Generally, women, they have, if they follow only, their life will be very beautiful. Well, you can see the practical things we can see in this world now, in this particular present age. The girls who are more radical, like they do not want to be under anybody, normally their relationships would not much move on. It's very pathetic to see that there are more divorce cases. They are rising and rising, and that is because of the so-called things like, yeah, independent it should be. Independency is there, not like you have to, it's not like, what we can say. Well, it is not like I don't want to follow you. It should not be like that, right? It is there to follow, have to follow. But still, whatever, it is good. Yeah, at least in this bhakti system, at least we have to say that when one comes into bhakti, then one understands actually how nice it is to be, following the instructions. Yeah, people will get very much enlightened after coming into bhakti. Actually, all the foreigners, they became very nice devotees. You know, they actually what happens is, in foreign countries there is very less thing called marriage. There is no marriage at all. So they will be together. If they do not like, they move away. That's all. Woman is treated as an object. That's all. So, marriage is the tie which is actually given by Lord Krishna himself in order to give progression to both the husband and wife. In the tie of marriage, one has responsibility, right? Nobody likes responsibility in this age. Everybody wants to be free, carefree, careless. Everybody wants to be. But marriage gives a responsibility, where one has to look after the family. And also, there is nothing called as divorce in the Vedic culture. That is actually to be, we have to be proud, because in Vedic culture, Vedic dictionary, there is nothing called divorce. Nobody even thinks of it, divorce. They won't get even in their dreams that idea, because that is how our culture had been there. But in Western countries, it was not like that. When Srila Prabhupada went there, it actually became very, very beautiful. All the disciples of him, some of the disciples, they got married, to whom they were loving, of course. And then they started doing devotional service together. And we see that there are so many Grihastha disciples of Srila Prabhupada who are very, very sincere in bhakti, and they are actually doing very great service to Srila Prabhupada by expanding this Krishna consciousness movement. We see even in our day-to-day life also, in the temples also, we see so many Grihastha devotees. They are very peacefully moving on their life also in Krishna consciousness. So, yeah, there are two things, which is Vapu Seva and Vani Seva. We'll now go to Guru disciple relationship. So, we'll understand how it is. So, Vapu Seva and Vani Seva, there are two things, which is one is connected to the serving the body of spiritual master, and one is connected to following the instructions of him, thereby serving him. So, when Guru is present in our physical world, so at that time, whenever possible, one has to take the Vapu association, Seva, and we can do Seva in that case. And when the spiritual master is not present physically, then one has to follow his Vani Seva. So, Srila Prabhupada used to say, I never missed my Guru Maharaj. Why? Why? Because he was strictly following the instructions which were given by his Guru. So, that's why we may get Vapu Seva sometimes, we may not get most of the times, but Vani Seva is always there. Vani is always there. Guru has given so many instructions. So by following them, we'll feel the presence. We'll really feel the presence of Guru with us, and that will be actually a very great support in fighting against Maya Devi also. You know, when Guru is there with us, Sri Guru is there, then Maya will not feel. Maya will not uh, cannot make us deviated from the path. That is only when we follow the instructions of Guru. So, one a disciple of Srila Prabhupada, he was actually explaining his experience when departure of Srila Prabhupada took place. What happened is, at that time there was no much communication, right? So there was no fast communications. So when Srila Prabhupada left, some devotees, some disciples, they got to know immediately. Some disciples, they got to know after some time. So, those who were on Sankirtan, Nagar Sankirtan and book distribution, traveling book distribution, they actually did not get to know the departure of Srila Prabhupada for many weeks, even 1 month. They did not get to know. So many days after they got to know. But even in that 1 month, when Srila Prabhupada was not there, but they were doing services, they were completely enthusiastic just as when Srila Prabhupada was present. Because they only followed their instructions, they only followed his instructions. Actually, there are so many disciples of Srila Prabhupada who did not even see him once. They only got their initiation by letters. So, through writing letters, they got the initiation and beads were parceled to them. Such kind of things are also there. Such kind of disciples are also there of Srila Prabhupada, but they are very serious. They are very sincere in serving Srila Prabhupada because they listened his lectures, they followed his orders, they tried to please him by whatever means they have. Like that, they became very serious and sincere. They were enthusiastic, even if they did not see Prabhupada once. Srila Prabhupada also did not see his Guru Maharaj many times, right? Only some occasions he got the opportunity to associate with his Guru Maharaj physically, but still he had the association of his Guru Maharaj eternally. So, yeah, like that, at that time also, when Srila Prabhupada departed, but they were not knowing, they were completely enthusiastic. That actually made that disciple understand that there is nothing like Srila Prabhupada is not there. He is there in his instructions, and when we follow him, follow his instructions, then we are there with Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada is there with us. Like that, a disciple never loses his spiritual master when he adheres to the principles perfectly and follows the instructions. So, yeah, and also by following instructions of Srila Prabhupada, of the Guru only, we can see Krishna. If one wants to see Krishna, one has to follow the instructions of the pure devotee. So it is the only way and the shortcut way to see Krishna. It is not possible for us, at least me, to see Krishna only by our own endeavors, because our my sadhana is not so good, not at all good, in order to catch that supreme personality of Godhead. But it is so easy and so shortcut way to see Krishna is in the instructions given by the spiritual master. So by following the instructions, one can see Krishna. There is an, yeah, that is service of the pure devotee only can make us see Krishna. So we'll try and understand this. Actually, there is a true incident which had happened in the very holy place of Vithala, Sri Vithala. So, Tukaram, we all know the saint, right? Saint Tukaram. So, he is a grihastha, he has his wife is not so happy about him being with Krishna. Well, she's very much devoted to her husband, but she is little angry on, not little, more angry on Vithala. Because of Vithala, my husband had left me. He is not there with me. He always wanders in the down by saying Vithala, Vithala, Vithala. He won't be with me. That is her complaint. So what happened is, uh, Tukaram used to go on so many hills and he used to chant the holy name. And his wife would actually search after each hill. She would climb up and see if Tukaram is there. She'll climb down. She'll climb another hill like that. She would be seeing where he is, and her work is to give him uh, prasadam, the afternoon prasadam. So that is her daily routine. So like this she was doing, and one day she thought of a plan, like, it's okay, why to climb up so many hills, it is time taking. So let me just take a stone from the bottom of the hill and hear it. We'll, if we hear Hitala, sorry, sorry, Vitala, Vitala in that stone also, then Tukaram is there in that hill. That is what she understood. Such kind of great devotee Tukaram was, that when he sings Vitala, Vitala, even the stones also, we can hear they are also saying Vitala, Vitala. So like this, now she used to go to the base of the hill, and she used to take a stone. She used to hear, and she would get to know if Tukaram is there. She would climb up and give the prasadam. Like this, when she was climbing up a rocky hill, it was not so smooth, it was rough, right? Hills are rough. When she was climbing, a thorn got stuck into her feet. A thorn, okay? At that time, what happened? She was holding so many things on her head. In order to take out the thorn, it is not possible. There is nothing to sit also to take out that thorn. She is unable to keep that vessels also. Somehow, she is unable to take that thorn out. So now she's feeling a little morose. If somebody else was there, they would have taken it out easily than me taking it out. At that time, she was thinking like that. And look at here. Vithala got in front of her. He came in front of her and he said that, may I take out the thorn of your feet? Shall I? Please give me a chance. I can take it out. And she said, who are you? I do not know you. Who are you? And he said, I am Vithala. Your husband was, daily he was chanting my name. He chants my name. I am Vithala. She said, I don't want to see your face also. You go. I don't want your help. I don't want to see your face also. Because of you only, my husband won't be with me. He'll always go in with you only. I don't want to see your face. She turned this side. Vithala came that side. In front of her. Vithala came. She again turned this. Vithala again came. Look at how Bhagwan, gets in the hands of those who serve devotees of the Lord. Like that, even if she wants to leave Vithala, also Vithala don't want to leave her, because she is serving his devotee. In that case, also she is not worried about the Lord. She is worried about the service of devotee husband. Like that, yeah, Vitala came and he said, "Look, we'll compromise. Okay, you also like Tukaram. I also like Tukaram, and my devotee is hungry. I want to give him food. You have to give him food. So you see that side only. I'll take out the thorn. Okay. So please give me this opportunity." She said, "Okay, you can take it." And he took out, and she went and gave the prasadam to Tukaram. So we see that it's very easy to see the Lord when one is in service of a devotee. Yeah, so we have to be very at least Matajis, you have to be very very fortunate enough to have devotee husbands and by serving them, perfection is very easy. Yeah, thank you so much. Tukaram might have seen Lord for some times, but here Lord is ready to get present in front of the wife of Tukaram. So thank you so much, Prabhuji, for giving me this opportunity of sharing Srimad Bhagavatam class. And by all your prayers only I could do this, and blessings. Hare Krishna. Thank
Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.